Today on the Topping Show, wish you a happy 4th of July. The Supreme Court rules that Trump does in fact have immunity. Nancy Pelosi attempts to defend Biden's speaking ineptitudes, but she herself stumbles. AOC on the Supreme Court Trump ruling. Representative Ilhan Omar hosted an event with 0 American flags but dozens of Somalian flags while speaking Somali. Gun owners of America react to the Supreme Court Chevron repeal. School board shows a climate change cartoon with adult content. The Boy Scouts of America march in a pride parade and get mixed feedback. Mercedes to backpedal from EV first to high-tech ICE engines. Redbox parent company files for bankruptcy. John Deere layoffs update. Costco to change their chicken packaging and people are frustrated. And Glenmark Pharmaceuticals recalls a medication due to cardiac arrest risk. All of that and much, much more on The Topping Show. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of The Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency in IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Gotta say he's quite handsome and brilliant. Tease me, you see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also giving away a free 50 caliber musket or flintlock pistol with every IT purchase. Go to toppingtechnologies.com to learn more. Also, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now going over to the business part of the podcast, you have some good news. Mercedes is backpedaling on their EV first initiative, now shifting to high-tech ICE engines. Shift, pun obviously moderately intended, as every car should have a stick shift. Unfortunately, it's been a while since Mercedes has done that, but perhaps I'm just foolishly optimistic and think maybe they will someday. Probably not, but one can hope. Now this comes to us thanks to thedrive.com, which A+ for marketing, you know exactly what they do. This particular article is from Jose Rodriguez. He says, quote, Mercedes is walking back its all-EV future to invest in high-tech combustion. They say, quote, just a few years ago from switching from EV first to EV only, Mercedes says it's throwing its weight behind future ICE development. Which brings a tear to my eyes to see Mercedes doing the right thing since they've run over many potholes throughout the years, pun obviously intended. And I mean, this is some good news. A couple months ago, or rather weeks ago, we got some news that the Mercedes-AMG Performance Sedan, they finally woke up and figured out, yeah, no one wants an inline-4 internal combustion engine for that. They want a V8, as all AMGs should be by default, obviously. So they did actually listen to consumer feedback after everyone decided, yeah, we're not going to buy that. Again, an inline-4 internal combustion engine is great for like my Honda Civic Si, with a stick shift only, as all cars should be by default. But like for Mercedes-AMG, them trying to stuff an inline-4 in there, just ridiculous. A consumer's perspective, but Mercedes did listen. Here we have a nice picture of the iconic Mercedes AMG GT, which is an awesome sports coupe. Obviously I wish they had a stick shift option, not that I could get one anytime soon, but there is something cool about that, and it almost brought a tear to my eye. I actually saw one at the track being driven as intended. Most of these things are concrete queens, so to say. They look really good, but they don't actually use them as the engineers intended. And I forget the gentleman, but there's a guy at the track who has a matte gray Mercedes AMG GT. He actually takes it to the track and drives it as intended. And it makes me smile every time I see those types of things. Now, I'll go ahead and I'll leave that nice picture on the screen while I read a little bit of this article, so you got some nice little eye candy. And in addition to my awesome apparel. Now, they say, quote, Mercedes-Benz is the last domino to fall in the long line of automakers have seen their EV plans tumble like small tiles, one after the other. They had actually intended to be full EV by 2030. And now they're going to develop, actually pumping millions into further internal combustion engines. Mercedes CEO Ola Klaus tells Witcher Staatsschein, which, apologies, I'm definitely butchering that German either website or news outlet. He says that combustion engines are going to, quote, last well into the 2030s. So Mercedes has no choice but to make massive investments into ICE. Now, they also know that, of course, they're going to have to make them even more and more efficient due to the tyrannical governments trying to take away our awesome cars away from us. There's a reason Dodge is moving away from the good old V8 Hemis to acquiescing to EVs and straight six engines, which a straight six is good for BMW with a stick shift, obviously, but yeah, for like Dodge, really Dodge? No, but because the tyrannical governments are pushing down them and forcing them to, is certainly not customer demand. Now, scrolling down, I actually do have another nice close-up of their good old big engine there. There we go. Although, it is unfortunate, a little annoying when they have almost as if they went to McDonald's and asked for, hey, can we get all your plastic toys and melt them down into a piece of plastic to put on top of the engine to dampen the sound vibrations so people can't hear the engine? spoiler alert, we do want to hear the engine. Well, enthusiasts do. And it just looks so dumb when they have that big honking piece of plastic on top of it. But again, that's just me. Now, they say they're going to make, let's see here. They still plan to be carbon neutral by 2040, but they're going to pivot a couple things to get there. They'll have some more hybrids, of course, but thankfully it looks like they're going to still make a couple things with a good old gas engine. So there's some good news. Will they make a stick shift? Probably not. I mean, I don't know what the Las Vegas bettings are odds on that, but it's like 1 in 100, or no, it's probably worse than that. Needless to say, I don't think the odds are good, but it is nice to see them continuing to make a good old ICE engine, as again, consumers overwhelmingly want. And it would be interesting to see. Again, I'm just foolishly optimistic. Imagine a Mercedes AMG GT sports coupe with a stick shift. That would be awesome and impressive, to say the least. Not great. How many would they sell? Probably not too many, but make people like me smile ear to ear. And if I won the lottery, I'd certainly get one. Now, let me know in the comments, do you think we're going to see this trend continue as you have most major automotive companies pivoting back from their full EV goals to acquiescing to giving to consumer demand? And it'll also be interesting to see how long will they allow the government to bully them into acquiescence and making more and more of those hybrids, as well as EVs. It's one of the biggest contributing factors of why so many EVs are popping up left and right. As always, let me know in the comments. I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers at the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.